Also, knockout tournament is a kind of tournament where we are dealing with the elimination round. That means in a particular match, the two teams will play against each other, and out of those two, the one which is defeated will be eliminated, and the one who is a winner will advance to the next round here, right? So let's take a condition where we have 32 players. Especially we utilize the knockout tournament format in the tennis tournaments or boxing tournaments where elimination is required. So the plot of knockout tournament will be in a spiral variation. Like you can see, I have a table which has 32 ranks available. I will tell you that these are not the ranks, these are the locations, or these are the places where I'm putting the people from first rank to 32 rank. Now suppose if it's a tournament where the top seeded one will play against the bottom seeded one, so I will fix these players at these locations. So rank 1 will be at the location 1, rank 2 will be at the location 2, 3 will be at location 3, 4 will be at location 4, so on. Likewise, rank 32 will be at the 32nd location or 32nd position here. Normally, whenever it's a knockout tournament, we'll try to keep the number of people in terms of powers of 2 so that there should be no bye possible. Suppose we have only 3 players available, that means let's say 1, 2 and 3 are the players available. So 1 will play against 2, but 3 will be provided with a bye. So to eliminate that bye situation, we try to keep the number of people in terms of powers of 2. Now what happens in these cases, when I have plotted the locations here, there are few things which you can identify. The top seeded one will play against the bottom seeded one in this case. That means the one who is in the first row, let's say rank 1, will play against rank 32, or the one who is in the first position will play against the person who is at the 32nd position. Same way I can say the one who is at the second position will play against the 31st position, third one will play against 30th one, fourth one will play against 29th one. Mind this thing that they are the positions, they are not the ranks, although they are the ranks which has been provided before the tournament. That's why we have considered these as the ranks also. Similarly, I can see the second row people will play against the second last row, third one will play against the third last row, fourth one will play against the fourth last row here, and this process continues here. So you can identify that it follows a format of arithmetic progression where the first ranker will play against 32nd ranker, that means the summation of these two is 33. Same way I can say second one will play against 32, the summation is 31, the summation is 33, and this process continues. Likewise, I can say 16th one will play against 17th one, the summation is nothing but 33 here. So they will always follow the format of arithmetic progression. Now suppose there is no upset. Upset is a condition where the bottom seeded one will defeat the top seeded one or the upper seeded one. Suppose there is no upset, that means the bottom 16 will be eliminated, as it's an elimination round. So what will happen in the next part, next top 16 will be the next round where first one will play against 16th one, 8th one will play against 9th one, and this process continues. Or else we can say the first row people will play against the last row people. Same way I can say that the second row people will play against the second last row people here. But in case there is an upset, that means the bottom seeded one has defeated the upper seeded one, the lower seeded one has defeated the upper seeded one here. Suppose the first one, the one who is in the first position, is defeated by the one who is in the 32nd position. Same way, let's say the 7th one is defeated by 26th, then 11th one is defeated by 22nd one, and 13th one is defeated by 20th one. That means the new fixtures will be in this format where instead of first ranker who is eliminated now, 32nd ranker will come to that particular place. Then next one, 7th one is defeated by 26th one, so 26th one will come to 7th place, and so on. Now the matches will be between 32nd ranker and 16th ranker here. Similarly, I can say 26th ranker will play against 10th ranker here. 6th ranker will play against 22nd ranker. And now 20th ranker will play against 4th ranker here. So this process continues here. So let's take the first scenario where there was no upset, assuming that there is no upset. So in the next round, top 8 will proceed and the first ranker will play against 8th ranker and so on. Finally, let's say no upset is there, then top 4 will be the next round, and I can say first one will play against 4th ranker, second one will play against 3rd ranker, or else we can say the one who is in the first position or first location will play against the person who is at the 4th location now, and the second one will play against 3rd one, and ultimately there will be a final match between 2 people. So I can say there will be altogether 5 rounds possible. As you can see, first round all 32 will play, next round all 16 will play, third round all 8 will play, next round all 4 will play, and the 5th round the top 2 people will play against each other, the basic elimination rounds. Now what are the things which you can identify here? Let's say the total number of people are m. Like in this case, the total number of people are nothing but 32, where m lies between 2 raised to n minus 1 and 2 raised to n inclusive. Like here 32 is nothing but 2 raised to 5. So if this is the condition, there are few things which you can identify here. The total number of rounds will be nothing but n. Like 32 is 2 raised to 5, that means I have altogether 5 rounds possible including finals, and the total number of matches will always be m minus 1, where m is the number of people available. So 32 people are there. I can definitely say that there will be altogether 31 matches possible in this case. Now if we'll think in the other way out, there is only one winner out of 32 people. That means I can say there will be altogether 31 losers. To get 31 losers, there should be altogether 31 matches. So if 31 matches are there, in that case it's nothing but m minus 1 matches. Now let's talk about league matches. League matches are the kind of matches where every player will play against every other exactly once or else twice. That depends on the condition. Let's take a situation where we have altogether 8 teams available, A through H, and there is a league match tournament going on like football, which is nothing but a league match tournament where every team will play against every other exactly once or else twice. That depends on the condition. So now here if we'll talk about team A will play against every other, will play against B, C, D, E, F, G and H. That means I can say team A will definitely play 7 matches. Similarly, team B, who have already played against A, will play against B, C, D, E, F, G and H. That means team B will play 6 more matches, right? We will not consider 7. Actually team B will play 7 matches, but we have already considered that match in which team B have already played against team A. So that means he will play remaining 6 more matches here. Now team C will play against D, E, F, G and H. That means now team C will play 5 matches. Same way team D will play against E, F, G and H. Team D will play 4 more matches. Team E will play against F, G and H. That means team E will play 3 more matches. Team F will play 2 more matches against G and H. That means team F will play 2 more matches. Same way team G will play against H. Team G will play 1 more match. Now here you have to keep in mind that every team will play 7 matches, but there are some common matches, like A have played against B and B have played against A. They are the common matches. That's why I'm reducing the number of matches here. So total number of matches played in this tournament will be nothing but summation of these figures, which is nothing but 28, which can also be written as NC2. That means out of the given n teams, I'm choosing any 2 teams. That means it's 8C2, which is also equivalent to 28 here. Let's take a question, let's take a situation, and let's try to understand what's happening in these. Now 16 teams have been invited to participate in the ABC Gold Cup cricket tournament. The tournament was conducted in 2 stages. In the first stage, the teams were divided into 2 groups. Each group consists of 8 teams, with each team playing every other team in its group exactly once. That means it's a league format. At the end of first stage, the top 4 from each group advance to the second stage, while the rest are eliminated. The second stage comprises several rounds. A round involves 1 match for each team. The winner of a match in a round advances to the next round, while the loser is eliminated. That means now it's a knockout part. So it's a combination of both of them. First round is a league format, second round is a knockout format. The teams that remain undefeated in the second stage is declared the winner and claim the Gold Cup. The tournament rules such that each match results in a winner and a loser, with no possibility of a tie. In the first stage, a team earns 1 point for each win and no point for a loss. Right? So there is 1 point for a win and no point for a loss. At the end of the first stage, teams in each group are ranked on the basis of total points to determine the qualifiers advancing to the next stage. Ties are resolved by a series of complex tie-breaking rules, so that exactly 4 teams from each group advances to the next stage. So it's already mentioned that there should be no tie, and the tie will be resolved by a series of complex tie breaking. That means if there are few teams which have a tie, then there will be a tie breaking rules. Again few more will be there, then again few tie breaking rules are possible. Now we need to identify total number of matches, minimum number of wins required for a team to guarantee advance or possible advance to next stage, maximum number of matches that a team can win in the first stage without advancing, and so on. So let's talk about these. So let's take few minutes to identify what are the possibilities. So let's make 2 pools here. Pool 1 has A to H. Pool B has I to P. These are teams available. And the first round, let's talk about the first round. First round is nothing but a league match round here. So that means these teams will play against each other exactly once. So since 8 teams are there, the number of matches will be nothing but 8C2 for pool A and 8C2 for pool B. That is equivalent to 28 matches, and 28 matches, that means 56 matches. So I can say in the first stage there will be altogether 56 matches are possible. Now according to the condition, in the next stage top 4 will move to the next round, and it will be nothing but a knockout tournament since 8 teams are there and it's a knockout tournament, there will be exactly one winner. That means 7 losers will be there. That means altogether 8 minus 1, 7 matches are possible. In other sense, altogether 56 plus 7, 63 matches are possible. Minimum number of wins required for a team to guarantee advance to the next stage. That's the first one. And the maximum number of matches that a team can win in the first stage without advancing. So let's take pool A, and we have A to H. And I'll take the first condition, where the minimum number of wins required for a team to guarantee advance to the next stage. Now, as we have seen that there will be a tiebreaker rule. So what I will do, I will keep top 3 with the maximum number of wins and the bottom 5 with the minimum number of wins possible distributed equally, so that there will be the tie-breaking rules, and the one who is the winner in the tiebreaker will reach to the next round. So here, let's say D, E, F, G, H are the 5 people who have equal number of points or the minimum number of points here. So what's the possibility? Let's say if I'm talking about A have won all the matches, B have won all the matches. That is not possible because B would be defeated by A and C would be defeated by both A and B. That means A can have 7 wins, B can have 6 wins, and C can have 5 wins. Already 18 wins are over, total number or else 18 matches are over, altogether 28 matches are there. Remaining are 10. That means these 10 can be divided into 5 equal parts. Each team D, E, F, G and H will have 2 wins. Now I can say there could be a tiebreaker between them, and the one who is the winner in the tiebreaker will reach to the next round. So assuming that D is the winner of the tiebreaker, and I can say now that with 2 wins D can move to the next stage here. So minimum number of wins required would be nothing but 2 wins. Similarly, next condition is max number of matches that a team can win in the first stage without advancing. Right, that means the team should be eliminated here. So let's take pool B, where the teams are I, J, K, L, M, N, O and P. Now according to this condition, the maximum number of matches where a team can win in the first stage without advancing. So I will keep the bottom 3 with same with different points, and top 5 with the same number of wins or the same number of points here. So let's consider these I, J, K, L, M have the same number of wins, and I will keep the maximum number of wins there, right? So I'll keep P, who have lost all the matches, that means 0 wins. Then O would have definitely defeated P and lost by other people here, so let's keep 1, and N would have definitely defeated O and P, so 2 matches. So that means altogether 3 matches are already over. All to 28 3 matches are over. Remaining are 25 matches, which I have to divide in 5 equal parts. Now I can say each of I, J, K, L, M and N have 5 wins. Now there will be the tiebreaker, and out of the tiebreaker, the one which is eliminated will not be able to move in the next round here. Let's say M have lost in the tiebreaker, so with 5 wins still M will not be able to reach to the next round, right? So I can say with 5 wins still we are not sure whether the team will be able to reach to the next round or not. That's all for today. Thank you.